Hey everyone, and welcome back to Talk in English.
Hi, everyone. We are so excited to learn with you today.
I'm Sophia, and this is Daniel. Our goal is to make English easy and fun for you.
Exactly. If you enjoy our lessons, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really supports the channel.
Today, we are talking about hobbies and free time.
We will practice listening, learn keywords and phrases, and boost your confidence. Ready? Let's dive in.
So, Daniel, how has your week been? You look a little bit busy.
Oh, Sophia, you can say that again. It has been a crazy week. I have been working late every night, editing videos, answering emails. I feel like my brain is running a marathon.
I know that feeling. It is so easy to get caught up in the hustle. We work, and we forget to stop.
Exactly. My work-life balance is terrible right now.
That is a very important phrase, work-life balance. It means finding the right mix between your job and your personal life. If you work too much, the scale tips over and you get stressed.
And when you're that stressed, you need an outlet.
An outlet, outlet, like an electrical outlet on the wall?
No. In this context, an outlet is a way to release energy or emotion. It is something you do to let go of stress. For some people, it's exercise. For others, it's art.
And that brings us perfectly to our topic today. We are talking about the things we do not for money, but for love. We are talking about hobbies.
But Sophia, before we list examples, can we define the word? What's the difference between a hobby, an interest, and a pastime?
That's a great question. They are very similar, but there are small differences. An interest is something you like to learn about or watch.
For example, I have an interest in space. I like watching documentaries about the moon, but I don't build rockets in my backyard.
Exactly. So space is an interest, but not really a hobby because you aren't actively doing it.
A pastime is something you do just to pass the time. It is usually passive.
Like scrolling through social media or watching TV.
Yes, those are pastimes. They are relaxing, but they don't require much effort or skill.
So a hobby is active.
Yes, a hobby is an activity that you do regularly for pleasure. It usually involves learning a skill, making something, or collecting something. It requires participation.
That makes sense. So scrolling Instagram is a pastime, but taking photos for Instagram could be a hobby.
Precisely. And why do we need them? Why not just work and sleep?
Well, like we said, for stress relief. When I'm doing my hobby, I forget about my emails. My mind takes a break.
It's also great for socializing. Hobbies connect you with other people. If you like hiking, you can join a hiking club. If you like chess, you can find a chess partner.
And finally, for personal growth, hobbies make you a more interesting person. When you meet someone new, one of the first questions they ask is, "What do you do for fun?"
Or how you spend your free time. If your answer is, I just sleep, the conversation ends quickly.
But if you say, "I play the guitar," or "I grow my own vegetables," suddenly you have so much to talk about.
Exactly. Hobbies give you an identity outside of your job. You're not just an accountant, you're an accountant who paints watercolor landscapes.
I love that. So we know why hobbies are important, but there are so many different types. Some people like to move their bodies, and some people like to sit still.
That is the beauty of it. There's a hobby for everyone. Let's start with the people who have a lot of energy, the ones who can't sit still.
Ah, the active ones, the movers and shakers.
Yes, let's talk about sports, fitness, and the great outdoors.
I am definitely one of those people. If I sit still for too long, my legs start to shake. I need to move.
I know you do, Daniel. You're always talking about your weekend adventures. But before we talk about specific sports, we need to clear up a very common grammar mistake.
Oh, I think I know which one. Is it about the verbs we use with sports?
Yes. In English, we have three main verbs for hobbies: play, go, and do.
Students often mix them up. They say, "I play tennis," or "I go yoga."
Which sounds very funny to a native speaker. So let's break down the rules. The first one is play.
We use play for team sports, competitive games, and anything that uses a ball.
So I play soccer, I play basketball, I play tennis.
Exactly. If there's a ball or a winner and loser, you usually play it. What about go?
We use go with activities that end in ing. These are usually activities where you move from one place to another.
So you go swimming, you go running, you go hiking.
Exactly. You wouldn't say I play swimming. You say I go swimming. And the last one is do.
Do is for recreational activities that don't use a ball and don't involve moving across a field. It's usually for martial arts or strengthening exercises.
So you do karate, you do gymnastics, and Sophia, your favorite?
I do yoga.
Perfect. Play for balls, go for ing, do for exercise. Now that we have the grammar, let's talk about the actual activities.
I love team sports.
Like basketball or soccer?
Yes, I play basketball every Tuesday night with a group of friends. I love it because it's competitive. You have to work together with your teammates. It's exciting. See, that stresses me out. I don't like people watching me exercise. I prefer solo activities,
Like what?
like running or Pilates.
Pilates, Pilates. That is very popular right now. It's similar to yoga, right?
It is similar, but it focuses more on core strength. I like it because I can do it alone in my living room. I don't need a team.
There is a whole culture around fitness now. We even have a slang term for people who are obsessed with exercise. We call them a gym rat.
A gym rat. That sounds like an insult, but it's not really mean. It just means someone who spends all their free time at the gym lifting weights.
Sorry, I can't come to dinner. I have to go to the gym. I'm definitely not a gym rat, but I do like working out. It makes me feel strong.
But Daniel, you prefer being outside, don't you? You're an outdoorsy person.
100%. If the sun is shining, I want to be in nature. My absolute favorite hobby is camping.
Camping? Sleeping outside on the ground?
It is magical. You pack your tent, you drive to a forest or a mountain, and you sleep under the stars.
I admit the stars part sounds nice, but I don't like the bugs.
The best part is the bonfire. You build a fire, sit around it with your friends, maybe roast some marshmallows. It is so peaceful.
Okay, I like sitting by a fire. That sounds cozy. What about fishing? That's an outdoor hobby, but it seems very slow.
Fishing is misunderstood. People think it's boring because you just sit there holding a pole, but it's actually a practice of patience.
Patience, the ability to wait without getting angry.
Yes, you're waiting for the fish to bite. You're listening to the water. It's a form of meditation, really.
I can understand that. It is quiet. My version of quiet outdoor time is a little different. I prefer gardening.
Ah, digging in the dirt, growing flowers and vegetables.
Yes, there's something very special about planting a seed and watching it grow into a tomato or a beautiful rose. We describe gardening as therapeutic.
Therapeutic, Therapeutic. That means it makes you feel better, like therapy.
Exactly. When I'm gardening, I stop worrying about work. I just focus on the plants. It heals my mind.
Do you have a green thumb?
That's a great idiom. To have a green thumb means to be good at gardening. I like to think I do. My tomatoes are very delicious this year.
I definitely do not have a green thumb. I kill every plant I touch, even cactus.
Oh dear, maybe you should stick to fishing then.
I think you were right. So we have the active sports lovers, the gym rats, and the nature lovers. But not everyone wants to sweat during their free time.
That's true. Many people prefer to use their imagination and their hands to make things.
The creative types, artists, musicians, makers.
Yes, in the next section, we are going to explore creative and artistic hobbies. This is for anyone who loves to create beauty.
Let's get creative.
So, we have talked about running up mountains and sweating at the gym. But Daniel, sometimes I don't want to move my body. Sometimes I just want to use my hands and my brain to make something beautiful.
I completely understand. You are talking about the creative side of life.
Exactly. Creative and artistic hobbies. This is a huge category because it includes everything from painting a picture to building a table.
I think these hobbies are becoming very popular again. People spend all day looking at screens, so they want to touch something real. They want to make something tangible.
Tangible. That means something you can touch and hold. A digital photo is not tangible, but a knitted scarf is.
Speaking of scarves, let's talk about crafts.
Crafts usually refer to hobbies where you make objects by hand. Two of the most classic examples are knitting and crochet.
Okay, Sophia, I have a confession. I always thought knitting was just for grandmothers sitting in rocking chairs.
Daniel, that is such a stereotype. Knitting is very cool right now. Young people do it, men do it, everyone does it.
Really? Why?
Because it is incredibly relaxing. It's rhythmic. You use two long needles to loop the yarn. Click, click, click. It quiets the mind. Plus, at the end, you have a warm sweater or a scarf to wear.
Okay, that is a good point. Getting a sweater out of it is a nice bonus. But what is the difference between knitting and crochet?
Good question. Knitting uses two needles. Crochet uses just one hook. Crochet is often used to make those cute little stuffed animals or colorful blankets.
I see. So 2 needles versus 1 hook. I think I could try that, but I think I prefer something a little messier.
Messier? Are you thinking about pottery?
Yes, pottery. Making bowls and mugs out of clay.
Have you ever tried it?
I took a class once. You sit at a spinning wheel, you throw a lump of clay on it, and you try to shape it with your wet hands.
And how did it go? Did you make a masterpiece?
No, I made a mess. The clay flew everywhere. It was all over my face, my hair, the walls. My bowl looked like a squashed potato.
But did you have fun?
I had so much fun. It was messy, but it was amazing to feel the earth in my hands. And even though my bowl was ugly, I still use it for my keys.
That is the best part. It is perfectly imperfect. Pottery is definitely a messy hobby, but it connects you to the material.
There's another type of crafting that is very practical. We call it DIY.
DIY. That stands for do it yourself.
This is when you make or repair things instead of buying them or hiring a professional.
For example, maybe you find an old wooden chair that is broken. Instead of throwing it away, you sand it down, paint it blue, and fix the leg. That is a DIY project.
Or maybe you build your own bookshelf. DIY is great because it saves you money and you get exactly what you want.
It gives you a sense of pride. You can look at the chair and say, I did that.
So those are crafts, making objects. But what about visual arts, making images?
This is for the people who love color, painting and sketching.
I have a friend who sketches. She carries a small sketchbook everywhere she goes. If we are at a coffee shop, she just pulls out a pencil and starts drawing the coffee cup.
That is a lovely habit. Sketching is usually quick and uses pencil or charcoal. Painting takes a bit more setup.
You need brushes, paints, water, a canvas.
Yes, you can do watercolor, which is soft and transparent, or oil painting, which is thick and rich, or acrylics, which dry very fast.
Do you paint, Sophia?
I try to. I'm not very good at it. My trees look like broccoli, but I enjoy mixing the colors. It makes me feel expressive.
Expressive. Expressive.
That means being able to show your feelings. Sometimes we can't find the words to say how we feel, but we can paint a picture that shows our mood. Red for anger, blue for sadness, yellow for happiness.
That is beautiful. Art is a language without words.
Exactly. Now there's one visual art that Daniel, I know you like because you love gadgets.
Photography.
Yes, taking pictures.
Some people say, oh, everyone has a phone, so everyone is a photographer. But real photography is a skill. It's about capturing moments.
Capturing moments. That sounds poetic. What do you mean?
It means freezing time. You see a beautiful sunset, or a child laughing, or a strange shadow on the street. You click the button, and you keep that moment forever.
And it's also about composition, how you frame the picture, the lighting.
Exactly. It makes you look at the world differently. When I have my camera, I notice small details that I usually ignore. I notice the texture of a brick wall or the color of a flower.
So photography changes your perspective. I like that. Now, Sophia, we've covered hands and eyes. What about ears? What about sound?
Ah, music. Music is a huge category for hobbies.
Many people dream of playing an instrument, the guitar, the piano, the violin.
It's a beautiful dream, but it's a hard reality. Learning an instrument takes a lot of practice.
I tried to learn the guitar in high school. My fingers hurt so much from pressing the strings. I gave up after 2 weeks.
That's the problem. You have to get past the painful part. But if you stick with it, being able to create music is magical.
Do you play anything? I play the piano a little bit, not well enough to perform, but enough to relax after work. I sit down and play a simple melody. It calms me down instantly.
But you don't need an instrument to make music. You have a voice.
Singing.
Some people join a choir. A choir is a group of people who sing together, usually in a church or a school. It's very formal and beautiful.
And then there's the informal version.
Karaoke.
Do you like karaoke, Daniel?
I love it, but I'm a terrible singer. I sound like a dying cat.
That doesn't matter in karaoke. In fact, bad singing is almost better. It's about having fun with friends, holding the microphone, and shouting the lyrics to your favorite song.
It's a great stress reliever. You just let it all out.
So, whether you're knitting a scarf, painting a sunset, or singing loudly in a karaoke bar, these hobbies all provide the same thing. They're a creative outlet.
A creative outlet. A place to put your creative energy.
Yes, and the feeling you get when you finish a project, when you hold that bowl you made or look at that photo you took, is very special. We call that feeling fulfilling.
Fulfilling. Fulfilling.
It means it makes you feel satisfied and happy deep inside. It feels like you achieved something.
Work can be stressful, but hobbies are fulfilling. That's the balance.
Exactly. But Daniel, not everyone wants to create things. Some people prefer to stay inside and challenge their brains.
The thinkers, the puzzle solvers.
Yes, in the next section, we're going to explore indoor and intellectual hobbies. This is for the bookworms and the gamers.
I'm excited for that. Let's head inside.
So, we have explored the outdoors and we have made beautiful art. But Daniel, let's be honest. Sometimes the weather is terrible, or sometimes we are just tired.
Very true. There are days when I don't want to hike a mountain or clean up pottery clay. I just want to stay in my pajamas and stay inside.
Exactly. And staying home doesn't mean being bored. There is a huge world of indoor and intellectual hobbies.
These are the hobbies that exercise your brain instead of your muscles.
Let's start with the classic one, the one I love the most, reading.
I know this about you, Sophia. You are a total bookworm.
Bookworm, Bookworm. It sounds like a bug, but it is actually a compliment. It means someone who loves to read.
I like reading too, but I think we like different things. What genres do you read?
Genre, Genre. That is a French word we use to describe the category or style of a book or movie. I love mystery novels.
Mysteries, where there's a crime, a detective, and you have to guess who done it.
Yes, I love trying to solve the puzzle before the detective does. It keeps my brain active. What about you? What is your favorite genre?
I am a sci-fi guy.
Sci-fi, short for science fiction. Aliens, spaceships, the future.
Exactly. I love it because it is imaginative. It takes you to a completely different world.
Reading is great for input, putting ideas into your head, but there is another quiet hobby for output, journaling.
Journaling, writing in a diary.
Yes, but it's not just, Dear Diary, today I ate toast. It is a tool for mental health. Writing down your thoughts helps you organize them. It clears your mind.
I have tried that. I usually do it in the morning to plan my day. It helps me focus. But Sophia, sometimes I don't want to work my brain that hard. Sometimes I just want to play.
Then let's talk about games.
This is my territory. I love video games.
Some people think video games are a waste of time, but they have changed a lot, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. Modern video games are like interactive movies. We talk about immersion.
Immersion. Immersion. That means feeling like you are completely inside the environment.
Yes, you put on headphones, you look at the screen, and you feel like you're actually flying a plane or exploring a jungle. It's an amazing escape from reality.
I can respect that, but I prefer games where I can look at the other person. I prefer board games.
Ah, the classics: Monopoly, Scrabble, chess.
Yes, board games are social. You sit around a table with friends or family, but they're also about strategy.
Strategy, planning your moves to win. Chess is the ultimate strategy game.
And Catan. I love strategy games because you have to outsmart your opponent. It gets very competitive.
It does. I have seen families fight over Monopoly games. It can get intense.
If you want something quieter, you can do a puzzle.
Jigsaw puzzles, 1,000 tiny pieces of cardboard that you have to fit together.
Some people find puzzles boring, but I find them relaxing. You focus on just one thing, finding the blue piece of the sky. It stops you from worrying about anything else.
It is very meditative, just like our next category actually, a hobby that you can eat.
Cooking and baking.
Now, Sophia, we all have to cook to survive. We need to eat dinner. Does that make it a hobby?
That is the difference. If you're just throwing pasta in a pot because you're hungry, that's a chore. But if you spend 3 hours on a Sunday making a special sauce from scratch, that's a hobby.
I see. It's about the enjoyment and the effort.
Yes, cooking is an art. You taste, you add a little salt, you add a little spice, you experiment.
Baking, on the other hand, is different.
Baking is a science.
Yes, if you're making a cake or bread, you cannot experiment too much. You need exact measurements.
Exactly. If you add too much flour, the cake will be hard like a rock. If you forget the baking soda, it won't rise. You have to follow the recipe perfectly.
I prefer cooking. I like to be messy and creative. Baking stresses me out.
I love baking because of the smell. When you have fresh bread in the oven, the whole house smells like heaven. And sharing the food with friends is the best feeling.
That is true. The way to a person's heart is through their stomach.
Now, Daniel, there is one more type of indoor hobby that is very specific. It's for people who like to hunt for things.
You mean collecting?
Yes, collecting stamps, coins, comic books.
This is a fascinating psychology. Why do we like to collect things?
I think it's the thrill of the hunt. You're looking for that one special item to complete your set.
One very popular collection right now is vinyl records.
Vinyl, V-I-N-Y-L. These are the big black plastic discs that play music on a record player.
People love them because the sound is warm and rich, and the album art is big and beautiful. It's much better than just clicking a song on Spotify.
It's a ritual. You take the record out, put it on the player, drop the needle. It slows you down.
Another big trend is collecting vintage items.
Vintage, V-I-N-T-A-G-E. This refers to things from the past, usually 20 years or older. Vintage clothes, vintage cameras, vintage furniture.
People love going to thrift stores or flea markets to find these treasures. It's like a history lesson.
And it's sustainable. You're reusing old things instead of buying new plastic ones.
So whether you're solving a puzzle, baking a cake, or hunting for a rare vinyl record, indoor hobbies keep our minds active and happy.
They bring us joy. But Daniel, recently I've noticed a change.
What kind of change?
I've noticed people are starting to take these joyful hobbies and try to make money from them.
Ah, the side hustle culture.
Exactly. Is it a good idea to turn your fun hobby into a job, or does it ruin the fun?
That's a complicated question. Let's talk about money, business, and burnout in the next section.
Let's get down to business. So, Daniel, we ended the last section with a big question. We have these indoor hobbies like baking, gaming, or collecting. They bring us joy. But recently, society has started telling us something different.
You mean the idea that if you are good at something, you should get paid for it?
Exactly. We live in the era of the side hustle.
That is a very popular phrase right now, a side hustle. It basically means a small business or a second job that you do alongside your main career.
And often, that side hustle starts as a simple hobby.
It makes sense on paper. For example, I love photography. I spend money on cameras. Why shouldn't I take photos at weddings on weekends to make some extra cash?
We call that monetizing.
Monetize, monetize, to turn something into money or profit.
It sounds great. You get to do what you love and you get paid. It sounds like the dream. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
But I feel like there is a but coming.
There is a big but. When you monetize your hobby, it stops being just for you. Suddenly, you have deadlines, you have customers, you have pressure.
That is true. If I take photos for fun, I can shoot whatever I want. If I take photos for a client, I have to shoot what they want. If the lighting is bad, I stress out.
And that stress can lead to burnout.
Burnout, B-U-R-N-O-U-T. That is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. It's when you just can't do it anymore.
Exactly. I have a friend who loved knitting. She started an online shop to sell her scarves. Suddenly, she had to knit 50 scarves a month to keep up with orders.
Did she make money?
Yes, but she stopped enjoying knitting. It became a chore. She eventually closed the shop because she missed the pure enjoyment.
That is sad. It is important to remember that some things should just be for fun. You don't have to be productive 100% of the time.
Exactly. It is okay to be mediocre at your hobby. You don't have to be a professional. You can just bake a cake because you want to eat cake, not because you want to sell it on Instagram.
I think we need to protect our hobbies. We need to keep some things just for ourselves.
I agree. However, there is a middle ground. There are hobbies that are productive and useful, but don't necessarily need to be businesses.
You mean learning new skills?
Yes, learning for the sake of learning. For example, coding.
Coding is a huge hobby now. Learning computer programming languages like Python or HTML.
Many people do it just to exercise their brains, like a difficult puzzle. They build little websites or games just for fun.
And of course, the ultimate skill-based hobby, learning a language.
Like English.
Exactly. Everyone watching this video right now is engaging in a hobby.
Unless they are studying for a specific test or job, learning a language is a hobby. It connects you to new cultures, new movies, and new friends.
And it is definitely challenging. It keeps your brain young.
So whether you're coding an app, learning English verbs, or just knitting a scarf for your cat, the most important thing is how it makes you feel.
If it makes you happy, keep doing it. If it stresses you out, maybe take a step back.
Precisely. Now, Daniel, hobbies are great for us individually, but they are also one of the best ways to make friends.
That is true. What are your hobbies is the classic conversation starter.
But talking about them can be tricky.
How do you invite someone to join you, or how do you explain that you stopped doing a hobby?
So, in the next section, we're going to practice exactly that. We have some socializing scenarios and role plays ready for you.
It's time to get social.
So, we have talked about active hobbies, creative hobbies, and even turning hobbies into jobs. But Daniel, one of the best things about hobbies is that they bring people together.
Absolutely. Hobbies are social. Joining a club or a class is the easiest way to make new friends as an adult.
But asking someone to join you can be scary. And sometimes explaining why you stopped doing a hobby is tricky too.
So let's practice. We're going to do 2 role plays today to help you navigate these social situations.
Role play number 1. I'm taking a new class and I want you to join me, but you're hesitant.
Hesitant. That means I'm not sure. I'm a little nervous.
Exactly. Okay, ready? Action.
Hey, Sophia, what are you up to this weekend?
I'm going to my new salsa dancing class on Saturday morning. It is so much fun. Actually, Daniel, you should come with me.
Salsa dancing? Me? Oh, I don't know, Sophia. I'm terrible at dancing.
No, you're not. It's a beginner class. Everyone is learning. It's a great workout, and the music is amazing.
That sounds nice, but I'm not coordinated enough. I have 2 left feet. I would probably step on your toes.
Don't worry about coordination. The teacher is very patient. Come on, just try it once.
Okay, fine. I'll try it once, but if I fall down, you're buying me lunch.
Deal. End scene.
That was fun, but Sophia, I used a very specific phrase there. I'm not coordinated enough.
Coordinated. That means being able to move your arms and legs together smoothly. It's a common excuse for avoiding sports or dance.
People use a lot of excuses to avoid trying new things. What are some other common ones?
The biggest one is definitely, I don't have time.
I'm too busy with work. I have to clean the house.
Another big one is money. It's too expensive. Hobbies like golf or photography can cost a lot of money.
So if you're inviting someone, try to pick something affordable or free, like hiking. Now let's look at the past.
Role play number 2. Sometimes people assume we still do things that we actually stopped years ago.
Right. How do we talk about a hobby we gave up? We use the phrase used to.
Let's try it. I will ask you about a musical instrument. Action.
Sophia, I saw a guitar in your living room. Play me a song.
Oh, that old thing. No, Daniel. I used to play the guitar when I was in college, but I haven't touched it in years.
Really? Why did you stop?
I just lost interest. And then I started working full-time and I didn't have time to practice. My fingers got soft, so now it hurts to play.
That's a shame. You should pick it up sometime.
Maybe one day, but for now, it's just a decoration. End scene.
I used to play. That grammar structure is so important. It means I did it in the past, but I do not do it now.
You can say, I used to collect stamps, or I used to go swimming every day. It explains your history without making you feel guilty.
Exactly. Hobbies change as we change. That is normal.
Well, Daniel, we have covered a huge amount of ground today, from the definition of hobbies to the specific vocabulary for arts, sports, and socializing.
I think our viewers are ready to go out and find their new passion.
But before they go, we need to make sure they remember the most important words.
It's time for our final vocabulary masterclass.
Now, let's review 10 advanced words from today that will take your English to the next level.
We will say the word, spell it, and give you a clear definition. Repeat after us.
Word number 1 is therapeutic. Repeat. Therapeutic.
Therapeutic. Therapeutic.
This describes an activity that helps you relax and feel better, like therapy. Gardening and knitting are often described as therapeutic.
Word number 2 is monotonous. Repeat. Monotonous.
Monotonous. Monotonous.
This means boring and repetitive. If a hobby is too simple, it might become monotonous.
Word number 3 is enthusiast. Repeat. Enthusiast.
Enthusiast. Enthusiast.
An enthusiast is a person who is very interested in a specific subject. You can be a car enthusiast, a wine enthusiast, or a fitness enthusiast.
Word number 4 is leisure. Repeat. Leisure.
Leisure. Leisure.
Leisure is free time when you are not working. We often say leisure activities or leisure time.
Word number 5 is outlet. Repeat. Outlet.
Outlet. Outlet.
A way to express strong feelings or use energy. Boxing is a great outlet for my stress.
Word number 6 is tangible. Repeat. Tangible.
Tangible. Tangible.
Something that is real and can be touched. Pottery creates a tangible result.
Word number 7 is immersion. Repeat. Immersion.
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 The feeling of being completely involved in an experience. Video games offer total immersion.
Word number 8 is genre. Repeat, genre.
Genre. G-E-N-R-E.
This is a specific style or category of art, music, or literature. Sci-fi and jazz are genres.
Word number 9 is monetize. Repeat. Monetize.
Monetize. M-O-N-E-P-I-Z-E.
To earn money from an activity. He wants to monetize his blog.
And word number 10 is burnout. Repeat, burnout.
Burnout. B-U-R-N-O-U-T.
A state of physical and mental exhaustion caused by overworking. Hobbies help prevent burnout.
Great job, everyone. Those are sophisticated words. If you use them, you will sound very fluent.
Now we have one final question for you. This is our favorite part of the video.
The question of the day.
We want you to dream big.
The question is, if you had unlimited time and unlimited money, what new hobby would you start?
Would you learn to fly a plane? Would you collect classic cars? Would you travel the world taking photos?
I think I would learn how to sail a giant boat around the world.
And I would build a professional woodworking shop and make furniture.
We want to hear your dreams. Please write your answer in the comments below.
Remember, life is not just about working and paying bills. It is about joy, creativity, and connection.
Don't forget to make time for yourself this week. Find your outlet.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs a new hobby.
Thank you for learning with us. Keep exploring, keep creating, and we will see you next time on Pink English.
Bye, everyone. Have fun.